You're ready, coach?
Yes, sir. Great series win. Hard fought game by both teams. Both teams played well. I think the difference today's game was really Josh Hartle, who obviously was outstanding today. You can't throw a whole lot better than that. Made the one mistake on the, hanging breaking ball to Vetrano, but other than that, Josh locked it down. We had some situational at bats early in the game. We left some guys on third base with less than 2 outs, and each time that happened, they grabbed momentum, and Josh came out and got a first at bat strikeout and, got us in the dugout pretty quickly to keep the momentum in our dugout. Then later in the game, we ended up having some good situational at bats. Pierce Bennett doubled down the line after Brock's double, then Bennett Lee with the sac fly to give us a little bit of a cushion there. Really proud of Seth Keener coming and getting 2 outs. Really proud of Joe Arriola, coming in and getting a huge out for us against a really great hitter. And then, the ninth inning there, obviously things got hairy on us, but Justin Johnson makes a great throw in the relay. Then he makes another great play to throw that guy out at the plate. So, even if they had overturned that call at second base, the guy's out at the plate. It's not even really close. So, whether it's a 4-2 win or a 4-3 win, we don't care. We'll take them any way they come. So, great team win. And we didn't play particularly well, but the crowd was awesome today, really into the game all weekend. Our Deacon fans showed up. So, really thankful for that. We got another big game on Tuesday. So hopefully we'll have a great crowd for that too.
Guys, kind of got challenged the last 2 days with some close games. But it's not like you played a bunch of games and some of them been close, but how valuable is that going into the next month and beyond?
Yeah, great point, Connor. I mean, I think it's huge. We're going to have games in the postseason like this. You're going to have to find a way to win, and it's not always going to be easy. You're not always going to be able to score 9 runs. You got to be able to win 4-2 type games. You got to be able to make defensive plays. You got to be able to make pitches in big situations with the game on the line. So you're 100% right. So it's good. Again, I didn't feel like we played that well all weekend, but we managed to get a series win, our 8th series win of the year.
To your point about making defensive plays, and Justin Johnson's, I think, a shortstop, Lucas Castelos and Michael center fielder, to have those guys that displace positions and making the plays that they make. What does that do for your team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all 3 of our outfielders, Lucas, Tommy Hawk, and Pierce Bennett are all 3 really good defenders. Kurtzie's a plus defender. JJ's a plus defender at second base. Merrick probably should have thrown that ball across the diamond, but he's a plus defender. At shortstop, and obviously Bennett Lee and Brock. So, all around the field, we've got good defensive club, and I don't think we had an error today, and they had 2. So, we had less free 90s than they did.
So Arriola coming in just for one batter. It was at the plan.
100%. Yeah, we had Massey ready for the next guy, and but I was hoping Joe would get through it so we could start Massey clean in the 9th, and that's what happened.
How big is it for your club to have a left-hander, young left-hander like Joe, stepped into that huge leverage position and get that out today? Oh,
it's huge, especially the pitch he made. He made a great breaking ball pitch. Got ahead with his heater. Coming in on the hands, and then elevated the heater with 2 strikes, and through one cutter that he fouled off, that he missed away on, and then got the overhand curveball for strike 3. So, I was teasing him because he threw so well at Tennessee, and then this year it's been kind of inconsistent for him. So I've started calling him Tennessee Joe. So we made a trade for Tennessee Joe, late season trade. We picked up Tennessee Joe.
In a close game like this, how big is it for a pitcher like Josh when you guys score and it's such a slim lead for him to come in and have shutdown leads after 1 score?
Huge. Kept the momentum in our dugout, but also kept his pitch count down so we could get 7 innings out of him, which was huge. We had a depleted bullpen. We weren't going to throw Roland or Manassi today. We didn't want to go more than 1 with Keener. We didn't want to go more than 1 with Massey. So, to get 7 out of Josh, was really the difference. So not only did he get zeros, but he had economical innings where, he throws 7 innings, his pitch count's under 100. That's pretty darn good. I think, average 13, 14 pitches an inning.
Expanding upon a point Connor made, having the versatility you currently possess, as was demonstrated today, how does that play for the rest of May and hopefully beyond?
Yeah, I mean, pitching wins. You see it in the major leagues every year, right? Pitching beats good hitting, and we've got really good pitching. So, that gives our team the confidence that we've got time to get our offense going. You're not going up there in the first inning saying, "Well, we got to score every inning if we want to win." We feel good with Louder and Sullivan and Hartle, and then we've got behind them we've got guys like Manassi and Massey, and Roland and Keener, so we feel really good about our top seven. And then you got guys emerging, in their roles like Joe Ariola, Derek Crum, Chase Walter, Will Ray, those guys are, again, I don't expect to get 6, 7 outs out of any of those guys, but they're good situational guys come in for 2, 3 hitters.
And the players you're not necessarily shuffling around, but switching positions on them, that demonstrated itself in the 9th inning as well, just about the position players being able to do.
Yeah. JJ played shortstop early in the year, and now he's a really good second baseman. So, and then like to Connor's point, the center fielder over in left field, just give us an extra dimension of defense there. So when you have good pitching, you got to, historically, we haven't pitched it well enough to where we could focus on defense because we've just felt like we had to go with an offensive, minded club. And, this year with this pitching staff, we make more defensive decisions than we have in the past.
A lot of the strongest contact against Josh came in the first couple innings. Did he settle in or did he make any adjustments?
Yeah, his curveball got better for starters. He's his curveball in the first 2 innings was kind of rolling, and then it got a lot sharper as the game went on, and that was a big difference. The cutter got better also as the game went on. But I was really happy with Josh's changeup today. That's probably the most changeups. His changeup's been getting kind of better and better each week, and you saw him strike out the first hitter of the game on a changeup. He had another strikeout on a changeup, got a soft ground ball on the changeup. So, when he's got that changeup that's got that good downward movement, and then you pair that with a sinking fastball, the cutter, and the overhand breaking ball, it just gives him a good kind of flowering of his pitches, tunneling.
Tom, if you can walk me through the logistics of that final play. You said you would have got the final out of the play, if not a second. Does that play stay live even when it's the third out of an inning and the final out of the game? Or does it become dead at that point?
It's a great question. What actually is the case is it really, they look at what the third base coach is doing. So if that third base coach is wheeling him the whole time, then that play stays live. And if the third base coach had been holding him up and then wheeled him and then the guy went after they called him out, like just kind of started to run in, then they can send him, they could call him safe at second and send him back to third in that case. In that situation, clearly the third base, they had done it all weekend with a man on second base, wheeled that guy, on routine ground balls all weekend. So clearly they were wheeling him on that play. And was it just a heads up play by JJ? So when they go in there to look at that, they can look at the first call and call that guy out, but they can also look at the totality of the play and say the second guy was out and call that out too.
So Justin had not stayed alert and it just ate the ball at that point, and the runner scores, who had been wheeled the whole way.
Right.
And then the call returned, then we're looking at a tie game.
100%.
Coach, looking at Josh's season as a whole, and where do you think he's improved the most from his freshman and sophomore season?
Yeah, his stuff's gotten better. His command has gotten better. And he's just making more pitches, so you look at Josh into last year, he added the cutter, for the NC State series and into the regional, obviously threw really well on those last 2 starts. And he's just kind of built on that. So the fastball velocity's gotten better. The changeup's gotten a lot better. Last year, he used to cut his changeup a lot, and now it's profiling better with this fastball. So, in addition to his stuff getting better, he's got kind of more weapons than he had last year too.
Consider gaining Corona into the lineup. Is that just a function of Cecilia kind of struggling a little bit?
Yeah, Adam's, Adam will be back in there on Tuesday. I mean, I think he's our long-term guy for sure, but, and Danny will probably in there on Tuesday too. I want to see what both of those guys look like and, how that plays out. Because again, if we can have both of those guys swinging the bat well down the stretch, that could be a big boost for us.
After a disappointing loss like yesterday, how does it feel to have your team persevere for in the manner which they did that?
Yeah, again, I wish we had gotten through the 9th inning clean. I'd have felt better about it, but we had every game this weekend where we wanted it. Like, you look back, and yesterday we had a 3-out lead in the 9th. We had a 3-out lead or 3-run lead in the 9th and a 3-run lead in the 7th with, our 2 dudes on the mound. I mean, we're gonna, I don't know what our win probability is with Cam and Ossie on the mound and a 3-run lead, but it's over 90%. So, we'll take our chances in that situation. So we put ourselves in position to win all 3 games.
And then on the topic of the 9th inning, I know when we came in, but pretty much the entire inning, a lot of clapping and noise from the Wake Forest crowd. What was that feeling like in the dugout? And it's every pitch that the crowd was ready to just boom.
Yeah, that means the world to us. I mean, our guys have really appreciated how the crowd showed up, how they've been to every pitch, how they stay to the end of the game, and the support they get. And even when they go up into the stands after the game, I mean, the crowd stays there to shake hands and sign autographs. I mean, makes our guys feel like big leaguers. So it's a special environment here that we're really proud of.
That's better than big leaguers, just they go to the clubhouse. That's it after.
That's right.
You guys good? Thanks, coach.
All right, thanks, guys.